So now we're gonna go to the rice, and that's step 4. And I'm gonna show you a little secret that my parents have taught me to cook perfect rice, and I will share that with you today. We're gonna start cooking the rice while our chicken is cooking as well. So what I'm gonna do is take a pot, and you wanna fill it pretty much 3/4 full, and we're gonna boil the water to a rolling boil. So let's start on that then. So I'm just gonna move my pot up a little, just because we want some room here for the rice. So we have our water here, which is 3/4 full. Turn our heat on to high, so I'll cover it. And you wanna wait until it's a rolling boil. Okay, it looks like our meat is done. You can see, we've got just a bit of gravy left. The chicken is pretty much cooked through. I'm gonna turn the heat off. And now we're gonna add our mixture, the onion mixture that we made. We're gonna add it to the chicken and mix it up. So I'm gonna cover up our meat mixture, and we just wanna leave it until our rice is done. I've drained out the water from the rice. So our water is boiling now. We're gonna put the rice in. And you just wanna take this and dump it. So once we have our rice inside the pot, we're gonna, again, throw 1 cinnamon stick, 1 clove, and 1 cardamom into the water. And we're gonna throw in about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So when your rice is cooking, you wanna make sure just stir it once or twice. You don't have to keep stirring it. You don't wanna break the rice. So we're gonna boil it for about 5 minutes and check back. When you take a grain of rice out, you wanna make sure that it breaks when you pinch it with your nail. So if it breaks easily, then you know your rice is done. If it's a little tough, you wanna boil it for maybe a minute or so more. Okay, we're gonna make the saffron mixture, and that's gonna go on top of the rice and meat once it's all layered together. So we're gonna use just about, it's like about 1/2 teaspoon of, not even actually, probably 1/4 teaspoon of saffron. Just wanna grind it up together. And you wanna pour, so you wanna pour 1/4 cup of milk into your saffron and just mix it together. The saffron really gives it the color and the flavor. Our rice is about done. And remember, the way to check is just take a little bit of rice in your spoon and pinch it with your nail, and it broke pretty easily. So it's done. You wanna turn the heat off and drain the rice. We'll put the meat and the rice together, and that's gonna be step 5. We're gonna layer the rice and the meat now. We're just gonna lightly coat the bottom of the pot with just a little bit of olive oil so the rice doesn't stick too much. We're gonna layer our rice. So you wanna put about half the rice on the bottom layer. And then you wanna put in your meat mixture. You want to do this right away once the rice is cooked, because you don't want the rice to be overcooked, because just from them sitting there, you're gonna basically be cooking. Then you want to put the rest of your rice in. Just spread it out over the meat. Okay, so now we have everything layered together. We're gonna take the oil that we took out from the fried onions and drizzle it on top. We're gonna take our saffron mixture, saffron and the milk mixture. You wanna just pour it over the rice on top. And then we're gonna take our leftover onions, sprinkle those on top of the rice. Next, we're gonna cover it. This is a pretty big piece of foil, but you don't have to take it that big. So you just wanna cover your pot up with the foil. Put the lid on tight and wrap the foil around the sides. And this is just to steam the biryani. We're gonna turn our stove on to about medium low. And we're going to let it steam for about 5 to 10 minutes, okay? And when you check back and when you carefully open your, you take your cover off, you take your foil off, there should be steam coming up, and that's when you know that the biryani is done. So but be sure to wait about 10 minutes, okay? So we'll check back once it's done, and I think we can then enjoy it. We're gonna make the raita now, and this is the yogurt mixture that's eaten with the biryani. It's just a little bunch of coriander, 1 small onion, okay, and then we're gonna pour in our yogurt. You just wanna mix that up together. You wanna add about 1/4 teaspoon of salt in this, just to give it some flavor. And we're gonna add a little bit of black pepper. You can also add green chilies to this. You can also add mint to this, which is the traditional way that it's always made at our house. But I keep it a little simple, and also because I ran out of mint. And my mint plant kind of dried up, so I don't have any left. So I only put coriander and onions in it. It still tastes good. It's been about 10 minutes. We're gonna check back to our biryani now. I'm gonna put it on low while I'm checking it. So take our cover off, carefully take our foil off. Voila! You see the steam coming up? You know it's done. You wanna turn your stove off, and we will take the foil off. Smells delicious. We're gonna go ahead and mix it together. You wanna coat the rice with all the masala. You wanna mix up the meat and the rice together. And once that's done, we'll plate it. And put some raita on the side. And keep in mind, you can add a little bit of water to your raita to make it a little more liquidy. You don't have to keep it thick. It's up to you. And here is our biryani. It smells delicious, and I kind of want to dig in soon, so I think I'm gonna go. I think Sameer is pretty hungry too, so there's his yes. Try this biryani out at home. See if you like it, and I'm pretty sure you will. I actually guarantee you will. It's a very different recipe. It's not your mundane shan masala type boxed biryani recipe with the tomato. It's very different. He uses that yogurt and onion mixture, and it's definitely one of my favorites. It's definitely one of Sameer's favorites as well, and we make this at least once a month. So hopefully this becomes one of your favorites as well. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, any requests, you wanna send it to s2elements.com. That's our blog. You wanna just post them on there, and I will definitely check them out and get back to you. And I'm Sammy, and this is Sammy's Kitchen. And until next time for episode 3, bye-bye. Oh my God, let's eat. I'm starving.